Carolina won the toss. They deferred. Giants start with the ball. Off we go, week 15. To the 20. That's where the Giants will start with it, and Eli Manning will set up shop. Let's go down to the field. Here is Aaron Andrews.
Well, Joe, Carolina cornerback Josh Norman this week told the media his opponent, Odell Beckham, seems very enticing, almost edible. I don't know how this matchup is going to taste, but obviously everyone in the media has been hyping it up. And I was talking to some vets in this Panthers secondary like Roman Harper and Charles Tillman about the matchup, and they said what they're trying to stress to Norman is it's the defense versus the offense. Don't get too hyped into this whole thing, because that's when mistakes happen.
118, I said.
Sets it up at the 48. Manning, Beckham, open, dropped it. Working on Norman, and he could have put the exclamation point on the start of this day, and he raises his hand. That's on number 13.
Well, I can guarantee you that got Josh Norman's attention. As you're going to see, he takes a deep post. He just simply outruns Josh Norman to the middle, and a perfectly thrown ball by Eli Manning, and that's just something you don't see. 118,
blitz from Kuechly. Vereen picks him up. Pass is dropped by Cunningham, the tight end. Pass a little behind the big tight end. But this will be a drive where the Giants are thinking about what could have been. And here's what was going on after that run a moment ago. Norman and Beckham got into it, no flag, and it's fourth down.
118,
now third down and 10. Here's Vereen out of the backfield, and that's Kuechly. He drags him down after a gain of 9. And another fight breaks out, and again it's Beckham and Norman downfield. Beckham walks off with his helmet off, and there's still not a flag down on the turf. Let's see how it got going.
Well, Josh Norman was on him. They gave a little bit of help, and looked like Odell Beckham came back in and took a shot on Josh Norman, and you just don't know what all has happened on each of these plays. We saw on the first possession the scuffle that took place. A lot of discussion coming into this game about the matchup between these two guys and who was going to prevail, and that's carrying over onto the field in the way that they're handling things after the plays have ended. Well, they've missed out on 10 points already here in this first quarter.
Handoff is to Jennings. Nice little hop and a good carry on first down as he picks up 7. Brought down by Charles Johnson. Down to Aaron Andrews we go.
Well, we've been watching the back and forth between Josh Norman and Odell Beckham after the play, and when Josh Norman came over to the sideline, several members of Carolina's defense walked over to him and said, enough is enough, stop, just walk away. Next time these officials will throw a flag, so just walk away from him. Joe?
Well, the stage is never bigger than when you're playing against the Giants here in their home stadium, and so a lot of hype, and you know, emotions running high. First down as Jennings picks it up, and despite what Aaron just said, even after the last play, these two are still going at it.
Well, the last 2 times we see there from Odell Beckham, and then on the previous scuffle that they had, I think that was initiated by Beckham as well. So I think Josh Norman has heeded the advice of his teammates, and he's trying to lay low, but Beckham has certainly doesn't look like he's been talked to by any of his teammates or Tom Coughlin, but Terry McCauley, he's not going to tolerate it, and he's already warned these coaches.
From the 31 play action, Manning steps into it, throws, Beckham can't hang on. And he's got Norman right there on him. And with that, before 2nd and 10.
Blame Ron for being mad, but you're going to see a lot of flags coming up shortly if it doesn't stop.
Here's Jennings with a good hard run coming off his best game of the year. Coleman on the stop, and it's going to be 3rd down and inches.
Josh Norman right now, he's talking to the officials because he's been getting pounded on each time, and he's waiting for them now to throw a flag. He's trying to keep his cool, hand up inside the face mask, and if these officials would watch what's going on, they got to be real careful, the Giants do, because if this continues, there's not only going to be a penalty on Beckham, there's a chance he gets tossed.
Well, Odell Beckham, no catches, dropped a touchdown early Came into this game with only 3 drops all year. He's got obviously terrific hands.
Hey, stay in 54, stay in 54. Hey, yo, wedge, hey. 118, what's that?
Andre Williams in the backfield, he gets it. And pushes the pile out to the 5. And a flag comes in at the end of the play.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 13, low to the head.
Well,
half minutes to the goal, the down counts, second down.
Let's watch. This has been going on all game. I mean, at some point, this is ridiculous. The first 2 years of his career, he has been at times unstoppable. At least 1 catch in the first half of all 25 of his career games. None so far today. Jasper Brinkley in on the tackle, and Odell Beckham is talking with his position coach Sean Ryan on the sideline. He had the early drop by Beckham, and then it seemed like the mental game was won by Josh Norman early. Regarded as one of the tougher guys in the NFL. Down by 28. Here is Beckham. He's got his first catch of the day, and now Norman gets on top of him at the end of it and has a little extra for Beckham.
I don't think there's any choice other than to go for it.
118,
Beckham with a first down catch, and he is thrown to the ground by Norman. And there they go again, and there is a flag. Early on, after just about every play, this stuff was going on, and now they throw a flag on it.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 13. 15-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 after enforcement.
Grab the left leg of Josh Norman. And that gets the flag. They already got the first down. All it does is cost field position.
Second down.
It's on Miles White. Aaron, what are you seeing down there?
Well, I had talked to Tom Coughlin about Odell Beckham coming out of the half and his frustrations, and Coach Coughlin had said to me, whatever his problem is, he needs to figure it out. We've got a lot of formations. We can help him out. I asked him about the drop pass in that first series that could have been a touchdown. Is that affecting him? Is that why he's frustrated? Coach Coughlin nodded, smiled, and said, yeah, don't you think so?
Here is 2nd and 15. Handoff is to Vereen, able to stay upright and picks up a first down. There's Beckham again. What is going on? Have you seen a guy this thrown off his game before?
They ought to throw him out of the game, Joe, and they just might.
I mean, he's out of control.
Well, he's hurting his football team. He hurt him dropping the ball, and now he's hurt him with, multiple penalties already. We'll see what this flag is for.
He came flying in at the end of that play.
Yeah, and Tom Coughlin, he's not normally a coach that tolerates this either, so I would expect him to take action too.
And Norman is.
Well, they've been trying to calm him down each and every time.
Fouls on each team. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 13. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 24. The penalty's offset at the dead ball spot. First down.
So it's called against both, and Norman is trying to get calmed down. Watch the end of this play. That's not it. It's here. And they go head to head. Then Norman gets in with a knee into the head of Odell Beckham.
Well, this is embarrassing. It's embarrassing for Odell Beckham. It's embarrassing for the Giants. There's a shot. I mean, Josh Norman has owned him in this game, and when he hasn't been on him, someone else has. They haven't gotten him the football. How many personal fouls do you have to have before somebody does something?
You ejected, but to me, to keep control of this game at this score, I think it's time to throw people.
There they go again. Penalty flag is down. Here's Miles White. Beckham is so off his game, he's not even running routes. He's coming off the ball trying to take Norman's head off.
Yeah, he's just clapping because he thinks they're finally going to call Josh Norman for something, but this looked like it was within. Of course, they go hands to the face. It was probably where they're going to get him, but it was within the 5 yards.
I'm throwing this one on Norman.
Yeah, and that's the flag came in. I mean, they're watching it, but
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 24. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
And now Norman's getting into it with fans behind the Carolina bench.
well, I'm just surprised that there really has not been an ejection of some kind. This just doesn't look good for our game.
2nd and 10.
118.
Pass is caught by Beckham, sliding down with under 2 to go in the 3rd quarter. We still have a long way to go in this game, and it's not trending well between 13 and 24. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie defending 4th down. And for more on what's going on with Odell Beckham, down we go to Aaron.
Well, when he returned to the sideline, Joe, as we saw, his position coach Sean Ryan grabbed him, gave him a talking to, and then he walked over and started apologizing to his teammates. After that talking to, though, Joe, I watched him just have kind of a mini meltdown on the sideline. Started screaming, "We're getting our tails kicked and no one cares." He was walking around kind of talking to himself, and that's, of course, when he went over to his teammates and said, my bad, this is on me."
Here's Beckham back for the punt. Crosses the 30, good return. Not a passer, 3rd down and 3. Pass is caught, Beckham. Odell Beckham. Down inside the 20.
They put Odell Beckham in the slot, so you're not going to draw Josh Norman. You got Cortland Finnegan on him in man coverage on the drag route. Can't keep up with Odell Beckham. No way was he running out of bounds.
Hey, Jelly. Go 59. Go 59. Middle.
Manning. End zone. Touchdown, Beckham. Now to tie it. Brown. Bad snap. Good hold. Tie game.
You see Odell Beckham, and on the outside, a bit of a double move, it looked like, by him, where he slow plays Josh Norman. As he comes off the ball, it looked like he started like he may go to the slant, and it gives Eli Manning then some room to lay it to the back pylon with Beckham getting a step. That's a great job on 4th down and the game on the line to set up this game-winning field goal.
He's rushed for an even 100 yards in this game. Now Beckham is out there. He may try to get a running start and a leap. The kick is good, but a flag is down. Each side is pointing to the other.
Illegal formation. Defense. Lined up over the center. Penalties decline. The points are good. That is the end of the game.
The Carolina Panthers win it on the 43-yarder by Graham Gano to get to 14-0. And that feverish comeback by the Giants It tied this game at 35, but Gano is good from 43. The State Farm post-game show coming up. On the other side of the break, the undefeated season continues for Cam and the Panthers.